Hello, spirits. Happy autumn. It was official a few days ago on Monday. So I brought out some autumn-themed items. Hint, foxes and autumn leaves. Even have a cool candlelight thingy on the chair. So before I begin, I'll let you know all the things that you should know, which is to gain any energy, I have 3 lights in the room that you can use to gain that energy you need, whether it be to communicate or to move objects or to tap objects. The tapping objects would be these clear balls. They're called cat balls. Oh, right there, and one way over there with the Oogie Boogie Woogie. And then I do have the ghost motion detector active. So if you want to set it off, you can. So today's session is not only, the season of autumn or fall, but it is also a question I have for spirits. And that is, do children, living children, get to see spirits? And if so, why? And what would be the reason for some of them, if not most of them, to lose the ability to see that, say, imaginary friend that was actually not imaginary, but a ghost? Like, what's the cutoff age? Why is it a cutoff age? And did I see spirits? Do you guys know if I ever saw a spirit and I just thought it was a friend? Maybe you can tell. If you can put my name, my real name, on the Spirit Talker, that lets me know that you guys are aware that I did see spirits. But again, because we get memory washed of those memories, I don't remember. So again, if you can put my real name on this Spirit Talker, that lets me know. So I'm going to use the Spirit Talker, and that's ways to communicate with you. And that is to say, obviously, words, phrases, and names associated with what my questions are and maybe the season. So I'm going to hit start. By the way, hope you guys are having a good day. It's been raining, and so maybe that gives you some energy as well. Because I am curious. Because I just had that thought in my head. I was like, I should ask the spirits that. Oh.
We want to protect you.
Sorry, my volume's down yet again. So is that why the children had spirits keeping an eye on them to protect them?
You make a difference.
Why, thank you. Okay, I really do need to turn on my volume, sorry. So maybe that's why the kids, the young ones, get to see the spirits, to keep them out of danger, to protect them from harm's way. So say if a kid happens to be in the street and their imaginary friend, aka the spirit, says, hey, over here, and it prevents the person from getting hit because they obviously want to gear towards their friend. Hopefully not the opposite. So, yeah, again, that's one of my thoughts. And if you are a viewer, do you by chance think you had a imaginary friend that is actually a spirit? Not just something you made up, but an actual spirit that you played with and maybe talked with? If so, comment below. I'd like to hear your stories. Oh.
You are beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, look, I don't know if you guys can hear the tippy tappy of the rain. It's like a good setting for this type of session. With the background of the rain falling on the window and the roof. Do you like the rain, spirits? Does it do anything to you or help you in any way? I know that spirits can gain energy through water. Well, rain is water. Falling water. Guest.
Guest.
So, are you maybe referring to that, quote, imaginary friend would be considered a guest to the child? You know, like say, hey, Mom, Dad, I have a guest that's going to come over. Can they come and play? And of course, Mom and Dad can't refuse to say no. So they say, sure, unaware that, you know, it wasn't really a physical being, but a spiritual being. So when that door opens, welcome in. Kind of like, you know, inviting a vampire, unaware that you are. Except they want, you know, S-U-C-K, blood. They'll just S-U-C-K your soul. Because they need, you know, they are souls. But I don't think that's what the ones that did the showing of themselves to spirits, or sorry, to children would do. They wouldn't try to drain those poor children of their souls. So, compassion?
Compassion.
So another thing would be the lucky ones, I guess you can call them, where they didn't get their memories wiped of being able to know that they were seeing spirits, as we call them clairvoyant, or psychic, or mediums. Is that God's choosing to pick and choose who should be able to see, knowing that that person is capable of not being feared by what they might come into contact with by seeing? You know, as they call the gifted people. I like music.
I like music.
You know what's funny? During that time the motorcycle was going up, it was in my head, do not play music, do not play music, do not play music. Did they read my mind? Because they just happened to say I like music. If you read my mind about music, can you go to the orange light on the EMF meter? Because it feels like you can read my mind. Well, I mean, if you think about it, fall season is a perfect time to cozy in the home in the open flames of the protected fireplace with some music or maybe a book. And often gathered by family. By chance.
You're surrounded by love.
Oh, but that, I don't know. Is that the first time I actually got that? Why, thank you. So here's a thought about that. When it says you are surrounded by love, could it mean somebody that is a family member that a child gets to see? That's who's protecting them, is not just, some random spirit, but actual family as well. So say if, the grandma and grandpa passed away after their grandchild was born, once their child was obviously able enough to see and speak, maybe, they were able to show themselves. And of course, they probably never met them. And so they're probably just like, telling mom and dad about some older person with them. And they're like, huh? So I don't know. That's what I think. I think that family members who passed before the grandchildren or a child that was born, once that child is able and capable.
Drowned.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that someone drowned. I mean, I know a few spirits that drowned. I totally forgot the two males' names, but I know that one of the ladies was Florence and the other lady was Teresa. They're from, oh, wow.
Shot.
Okay, now you're describing people's unfortunates. So you're telling me that the children are able to see people who were either, unfortunate incidents where a person got drowned. So they have, unfinished business maybe, and so they're still lingering. Same with being SHOT. There's probably some revenge on that spirit, and so they're still lingering on Earth. And of course, children see them. I know that some children even describe seeing something, can't describe it, kind of graphic, about being shot. So, kind of makes sense. Otherwise, maybe there's somebody who was stay a while. Of course.
Stay a while.
I'll stay a while. Do you like my conversation about this? Is it intriguing to you? Maybe you were a spirit that got to be able to be seen by a child. Or maybe you are still a spirit being seen by a child. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but could you could you say the name of you, and then after that, the name of the person, aka the child that sees you? Or maybe you can even mention your age. So, like, is that child seeing somebody that was the same age, younger, teenager, young adult, older, elder, that kind of thing? Like, what was that child seeing? I don't know. I wish I knew if I could go back in time, maybe like, what did I ever see? I mean, of course I could ask my family, right? Joyce.
Joyce.
Okay, so your name is Joyce. Okay. And so what was the child's name that sees you? Or if you want to say your age beforehand. So like I said, I might ask my parents if I ever mentioned about somebody that didn't exist, but they played along with it. It was a quiet one, so who knows? So we have a spirit, possibly, named Joyce, who a child could see, from what I'm gathering. By the way, the background is a bird chirping in the beautiful rain. So Joyce, I cannot see you, but if you want me to see you, all you have to do is get enough energy to tap any of these clear balls I have laid out. They don't hurt you. They're very much just a device for me to see you. And what happens is once you touch or try to pick it up or hold it, it'll light up. Beautiful colors to indicate that this spirit just tapped it. Oh, of course they say that.
That's my voice.
Dang it. All right, I gotta go rewind after I finish this to see if there was a voice. There's a dog's barking, by the way. Oh, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
So Joyce, you showed yourself to a boy named Jeremiah? If so, can you go to the orange or red to confirm? So you just need to put a little extra energy into the black device looking thing called the EMF meter. If you go to orange and red, that confirms that Jeremiah is the child that sees you or saw you. I'll zoom in just a little bit. Or you can tap a capo to confirm. Or maybe she's saving energy to tap a capo. That could be it too. That'd be cool. Okay, prayer. Okay.
Prayer.
I can definitely say a prayer after this session, of course. Is this for Joyce? If this is for Joyce, can you go to the yellow twice? After I say the prayer, am I doing it for Joyce? Or for Jeremiah? Oh wait, am I praying for Jeremiah because he might pass away soon? Okay, here's my thought. What if Joyce is a guardian angel looking after Jeremiah, who might be in the hospital, and he needs some prayers? Oh, well, now I have a name. Another name.
Dylan.
Dylan? Maybe Dylan? Okay, so you're trying to tell me that I have a few spirits that want me to say prayers for maybe Dylan and Jeremiah, who might be alive? Or maybe those are the ones that got SHOT or drowned. Either way, I will say prayer. So I'm going to go back to Joyce. She was the first one to say her name. So if you can use the EMF meter, can you confirm you are indeed the spirit that's trying to say that you showed yourself to a child? All I have to do is go to the yellow. Or tap a capo. Oh.
Many other souls.
Okay. So those are just more spirits. So you're telling me Dylan and Jeremiah and Joyce are other spirits that show themselves to children? And maybe you're not able to disclose the children's names because, again, underage, privacy, respecting those children. So I probably won't get a name from them. Okay, got it. Which makes sense. It's kind of like, you know, when you're doing any news, you got to keep those children, especially 13 and under, their names disclosed. Okay, got it. Sorry. Makes sense. But hey, if you can let me know if I actually had a spirit that showed themselves to me, maybe you can say my name on here, my real name, and that can confirm that there is indeed a spirit that did show themselves. I just don't remember, and I'm sorry. I don't know if that spirit is still around or here, but I'm curious. Shame?
Shame.
Yeah, it is a shame that I'm not able to remember that if I did have one. Considering now what I'm doing is trying to speak to spirits. So it's like if I had the ability to see spirits physically, not just have to wish upon a time where they tap a capel or activate a ghost motion detector or show themselves somewhere in a shadow, that would have been cool. Scary probably for some times, but yeah. Maybe they can name one particular person I might know that has the ability to see spirits. If you can put his name on here, he's a YouTuber. If you could put his name on here, that'd be cool. So the reason why I'm saying if I see my name, I have yet to see it come through. It did come through GhostTube once at the very, very beginning of when I started this channel. And that was it. Other than that, I don't think I've actually seen it on the Spirit Talker. Oh.
Ambrose.
Ambrose. Is that a name? I mean, I think it's a name. Is it a name? I believe it is a name. Yes, it is a name. It's an interesting name. Looks like a male name. Okay. So here's my recap of what I've had so far. And I know that my kitty cat food dispenser will go off pretty much soon. Oh.
I'm in my 50s.
So Ambrose, you're letting me know that you are in your 50s and you may have shown yourself to a child, perhaps a grandchild, or maybe even your son or daughter. I mean, you could have been a father and unfortunately passed away young, and your children were, say, or grandchildren. No, I think it's grandchildren. Now I think about it. Because if you think about it, 20. Yeah, you could have had some grandchildren, at least a 10-year-old. Better watch out.
Better watch out.
Oh, I just realized what this picture of the screenshot is. It's got the fall colors there. All right, so again, I'm going to probably have to end this as a part 1. More likely if anything interrupts, but it'd be cool to continue. So we'll see. So if you need me to demonstrate on how the capels really do work, all you have to do is say, show me, demonstrate, or go all the way to the orange or red on the EMF meter if you need me to do a little tutorial on how to activate them. And again, if you need to gain any extra energy, there's 3 light sources in the room that are turned on. Feathers.
Feathers.
I don't know what that means. Like an angel? So maybe you're referring to feathers as angels. So maybe the children see angels, like spiritual angels, guardian angels, guardian angels. So children are being watched and protected by guardian angels. Those aren't just imaginary friends. They are the protectors and the guardian angels. Whether they are random spirits, family spirits, close relatives, even, literally their parents, just keeping and protecting those children until they're old enough to be without them. I'm curious, what is the cutoff year for most children? And I'm assuming the reasoning is because they're old enough to be without a guardian angel. They know better. Well, they should know better. So I'm going to go ahead and tap it just in case. I'm going to use my usual ball, this one. There you go. All you have to do is give it a tap and it lights up. Pretty. And it's almost like fall colors with the yellow and the red. A little bit of blue there. Winter coming.
Kitchen.
Kitchen. Well, the kitchen is below me. Is that maybe a location of where some of the children see spirits during the dinner time? During family gatherings in the kitchen? Or maybe they have to keep an eye on those children during while they're in the kitchen to make sure they don't harm themselves with anything that's sharp. Maybe the gas stove or electric stove. Okay, I knew that was going to go off. They're trying to protect them from being in danger. And kitchen is one of the dangerous places. Okay. Possibly that could be. Maybe. Just thinking as a detective. By the way, this is Detective Lazaria, in case I have to end. Because I do have to let the kitty cat eat her food at some point. Are you enjoying this session? This chat, I guess you can call it? Are you enjoying your time with me? If so, all you have to do is go to the yellow
Ginger.
Is that a name? Or a seasoning that you use in the kitchen? Maybe one of your ingredients is ginger. Not seasoning, but flavor. But if it is a name, cool name. I know a person named Ginger. All right, it's been 30 minutes, so I might just give it a little bit of a pause and see if you want to resume in part 2. Yeah. So last word. And you guys can gain some more energy as well. What will be the last word? Or am I going to have to cut it off? Because it's going to be something I don't want to put out. Just in case, this is Detective Lazario signing out. Oh.
So much heartache.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's the first time I got that one, too. All right. I know you're probably sad because I'm giving it a bit of a break, but I'll be back. I'm just going to get a little bit of a errand time for my kitty and me, and then you guys can gain energy with the lights. So I will discuss and talk to you soon. Bye.